All right, we'll get started here. Al, since you're sitting in the front there.
Good morning.
Good morning. Since you're sitting in the front there.
Well, I'm here to talk about the county burial benefit for,
Yeah, I gave that to Kurt. Do you have that with you, Kurt, or you?
No, but I know that you wanted it to be discussed today.
Yep.
Increasing it.
Yep. I talked to these two guys and they didn't have an issue with the numbers and that, so I gave it to Kurt to redo the ordinance and everything. So as soon as he gets that done, we'll bring it in front of us, vote on.
that's all I have. I did do a little research last night. When you Google something, you know, it comes up, your AI comes up, gives you an answer. I don't know what you guys think of AI, but I did learn something. It says that Indiana initially passed legislation regarding the county burial benefit for veterans in 1907. Now, I haven't had a chance to confirm that, but this original law mandated that Indiana counties provide a financial allowance for the burial of any honorably discharged veteran and later their spouses to ensure they were buried in a decent and respectable manner.
Including the Marine Corps?
I don't know, did they exist then?
I don't know. I just brought that up. Jeff's not here, is he?
No.
I had to say that. You know that because
But you know, we did do it was $100 for until I think 2008, right before the big crash.
yeah.
And I approached the commissioners and they agreed to raise it to 500, and they said bring it back next year and we'll talk about raising it to 1,000 because that's what the legislation allows you to do. Well, then the crash happened. I never brought it back because I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. But
That's what we're doing now. We're raising those numbers that you wanted, Alan. So as soon as we get that.
yeah, did you discuss the veterans that are
Yes, we did.
move out of county because of a
Medical or something like that.
medical thing? Yeah,
address
there's more
that.
of those than you might think because if a veteran's 70% disabled,
Yeah.
service connected, the VA is required to provide skilled nursing care for them. Only problem is they'll only provide it in one of their facilities or a contracted facility. There are no contracted facilities in LaGrange County, so.
No, we added that language in there and everything to cover that.
I know you guys are gonna look at them and make a final determination, and I trust you to do a good job with that. That's all I have, so when you get that,
When we get it, when Kurt gets it finalized, have him send it to you. You look at it,
okay.
and if everything looks all right, we'll bring it to our meeting when it's available. So,
All right, good enough.
thanks, Alan. It won't be Monday or Tuesday.
I do know that.
You know, it's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Monday's a holiday.
Okay.
For some of us.
Tell my bosses that.
You just here taking notes this morning, or do you have something?
Just taking notes.
Just taking notes? Okay. Just wanted to double check. Aaron? What? Theron? Oh, that figures.
One, yeah.
One thing, yeah.
It's really just a me and Kurt thing. Kurt and I, thank you.
Good job.
Anyway, hopefully no one saw my eye roll online. Kurt, I have my American Structure Point talking to INDOT about adding language because I agree with you and Ben that there was no language in there stating that we were paying on behalf of the utility.
Well, thank you for doing that. It just struck me as contradictory.
Well, y'all are fast readers.
Have to be that way because they don't like to pay.
Holy moly. You're paying well because he's very fast.
So you don't have anything for the meeting Tuesday? Okay.
Unless it comes up, hopefully, but
Okay.
no.
I don't think
Okay.
we don't plan on signing this until March, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're okay then. All right. Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Okay.
Good you do.
Bridge 49. Cootie Brown.
Cootie Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, working on a contract.
Yep. And we are on the same page, so.
There we go.
Two of them there. Sir.
Peter's not here, so you can hold that other one.
No, I've got it right here. Thank you.
I mean, if you got an extra, I'll have it. I always enjoy reading it. So.
Funny, I haven't heard from him.
He charges by the word.
Not while I'm sitting here.
Don't stand up then.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm here representing the extension office. I think I talked to you back in January, saying our copy machine started going to frets, and it did. We had maintenance come in, and they found out that the feeder unit that brings, there's some fingers inside of it that pull the paper out and then push it back in again for processing. And they're dead, and it just no longer functions. And there's no parts to repair it. So they recommended, Joel from Canon recommended the particular machine that I gave you the paperwork for there. I was having problems finding documentation for the old copy machine, and thanks to Jenny and Kathy, we found that that particular machine was paid for partially by Purdue, partially by the county. And so that's what I'm proposing. That's what I'm going to bring to you Tuesday as a proposal there. The county kick in $6,000, and then Purdue would kick in $10,000 plus some change to get us a new printer. We're kind of we're in this period of time where we need that printer pretty badly. March, April, May are our three biggest months for printing for the 4-H program, the fair. And then the next 2 months are also pretty busy. So between now and say July, that's when we get the most work out of that machine. So I've got the history there in the proposal.
Yeah, I just read that there. So
Okay.
we have, you guys have money in your budget for this?
It's not, this will actually come from Purdue University. So it'll come from Purdue. It won't come out of our budget.
Oh,
We will pay, should we take this deal in, then we will continue to pay for the ink and the staples and that kind of stuff out of our budget. So, and there's two options there. One is a lease and one is a purchase. And I'm suggesting we go with the purchase. It's actually, Kathy ran the numbers the other day, and it was
$27,577.20 if you do the lease.
yeah.
compared to 16,000 buying it.
No, I agree. I think we ought to just buy it outright. So
Okay. And yeah, I appreciate all the work.
Jennifer, you have money to help with this, or?
Well, Kathy and I have been working on that.
They're asking for the 6,000
Yeah.
from the county.
Mhm.
So I don't know, they have a budget in CUMCAP, IT does for some of their things, but I don't know what all that's earmarked for. I have to assume it was all planned.
Well, I know it says here that Mark went up there and visited him 2025 and said he was planning on putting a new copier in the IT budget for extension. So,
Yeah.
I would hope it'd be there.
He had talked to Brittany and he had talked to Vicky about that back in May, about 2 weeks before Brittany resigned. And then I don't know what the history was after that.
So your list in CUMCAP, your budget, I don't know if you have a list of everything that was planned to be paid from there.
No.
So, I mean, you do have funding in there, so you use that, or you, the commissioners, have a line on appropriation for just capital outlays, not specifically earmarked, that you could pick from.
How much is in there?
You have 109 in that line.
Maybe just take it out of there.
So,
Yeah, we'll just do that. Bring it up Monday.
Yeah.
And we'll take care of that, as
Okay, thank you.
long as the other two agree with it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Do you have anything else, Jennifer?
No, so I don't see the answer, not yet.
Okay. Alf? Okay, Jackie.
Good morning.
right.
I just have to hand out.
Oh, excuse me.
First, on behalf of the health department, I will be going to Public Health Day on Thursday.
And I always try to provide some sort of update on what we're doing with Health First Indiana funds here in LaGrange County. So this is just the year 2 summary, if you will, for you guys to see. And I will be meeting with Tony Isa while I'm down there to talk about public health and all of the good things with that. So the second handout you have, and the reason that Sheriff is joining me now, is about the updates for the opioid fund work group. We are using the Mental Health and Substance Use Collaborative as the work group for that, which both Sheriff and I are the leaders of that collaborative at this point. So what we're doing every month, so for January, we looked at the treatment area of the abatement funds. And with the group that was present, we're trying to give you guys where we are at in the community with areas that could be covered under treatment that would be approved for abatement fund use, and just some other recommendations. And we will continue to do this as we work through the abatement funds. So we have some treatment to firm up yet because we have some data that we need to look up. And then we'll move to prevention, and then we'll move to other strategies, and then to the unrestricted. So hopefully we'll be providing you guys with some really good information about county status and recommendations when it comes to guiding the funds. Anything else?
No.
Thanks. See you next month.
There you go.
Where we at, Gary? You what?
Happy to be here.
The issues we talked about yesterday, you got taken care of?
Let me bring it up.
Yeah.
I was approached, I don't know, several months ago, to look into getting some contractors lined up to go around the annex building here to each department and lower the windows to make them ADA compliant. After doing some research and talking to Mark, I've got it right here, a piece of paper that it says that Indiana code does not require to meet the ADA compliance if the building was
see this?
built between 1983 and 1984. All we have to do is provide a like service. And what that means is they got one upstairs, like a little table out in the hallway. So if somebody comes in like with a wheelchair or something, we have to provide them, we have to go out in the hallway, and it's called a like service. But as far as of spending all that money and lowering these windows, we don't have to do that by law.
And I think it's the same when it comes to, they wanted to make some modifications to the hallway out here and everything, according to what I just read, that the building was built on these walls and support and all that stuff. So any modification to that's going to possibly make this building a little more unstable. So,
Very expensive.
as far as getting the glass at the treasurer's office once, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
And some of those other things, but Gary's going to work on that. But I thought this information is fairly interesting to bring up.
Saves us a lot of money.
Yep.
Still make it accessible for them.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Mhm.
So it's kind of
Thank you.
on idle right now, and I'm going to be looking into some bulletproof glass for Treasury Department and go from there. See if we can get that accomplished.
The ceiling tile lights, all that stuff. Are we anywhere on that?
I'm got 2 more quotes coming in.
You're still waiting. Okay.
Still waiting. I've got one showing up here at 9:00. In fact,
And he's got one quote for the new units on the roof too. So far, he asked for 4.
I've asked 4 and I've got 1 so far. So hopefully I can bring that up next staff. So.
All right. Thanks. Sheila, anything? Connie?
Good morning. I do have the tax sale agreement that'll be ready for the Tuesday meeting, if we could put that on the agenda. Everything was taken care of to Kurt's satisfaction with our vendor. I had brought up last staff meeting about those projects that I still have on the books, and I see Zach's not here today. Kurt had asked if there was any kind of agreement between the county and the the property owners. I couldn't find anything on that. Like I said, Zach's not replied. The only thing we have is these certificate of assessments, but that's signed by the drainage board, not by.
So you just,
I don't know how you go after those.
I don't either.
Just throw a lot of money after.
It's a cost more to collect it than what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be worse.
You know, I guess if the drainage or the surveyor was interested in getting that money, he'd be here.
Mhm.
So I guess we just,
Kurt, do we need something from the commissioners saying that we can write that off
I
or
think they
what?
should. I think it would be good so that you have a record of it and it's in the minutes. So maybe a brief presentation.
Monday
Tuesday.
or Tuesday?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I won't be here Monday, but you
I
can
won't
come if you
either.
want. So
No, you wouldn't leave it on, so it's a lien on the property, so if it's sold.
I mean, if you
satisfied.
want to leave it on, you can, but that's up to you. It's been on for what, 10 years?
Then do we have to have some kind of ordinance saying we can put a lien on the properties with those?
Yeah, at this point, we don't have any documentation of anything. So my gut is write it
I
off.
feel that if we don't have any documentation, I'm not even one to put a
I
lien
mean,
on the
unless he's
property.
got something that we don't know about,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
we've discussed this for what, a month now?
Yeah.
And we have nothing that shows us any evidence of any agreement.
I don't know
I'd
what you
hate to
think.
stick a, I mean, I agree with,
Get money.
don't do it if we don't have to, but
And you may not get it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully
lots
get
of
it.
stuff.
I think you should
in,
write it off.
Like the manuals, whether it's surveyor or whatever, that you can put that
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't know what the supporting paper.
I don't either. And without him showing us, I mean, you can do nothing at this point, but I think you're trying to figure out what to do with it on your books, right?
Yeah, because we just keep adding interest to it and,
Which seems silly.
yeah. It's like I said, the
you
original.
bring it up Tuesday, Connie. We'll decide what we want to do then for sure. Then we'll go from there.
The original billed amount was only around $700.
Just bring it up Tuesday and we'll decide then.
Thank you.
Spend a lot more than that trying to get it
That's why we need something.
through the
right.
books.
Kim? She does have something.
Yes, she does.
It's Form 11 time. So we have an agreement. Kurt has reviewed it. And so it looks like we need to be put on the agenda so we can go over it on Tuesday.
It's signed. They gave us what we needed and were very helpful. We have their Indiana law affidavit. I appreciate Kim letting us be involved, but it is ready to, we'd recommend you approve it
Okay.
on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah. Did I say Tuesday?
I don't know, but I think Monday, so.
Tuesday. That's
All
okay.
right. That'll work. Thanks.
All right. Thanks.
You want to see it? Okay, you got it. All right.
You have anything, Jerry? Mary?
I just need permission. We'd like to refinish the floors and tables at Pine Knob. I have 3 quotes, but I've been off since Thursday for my sister-in-law's funeral, so I don't have them this morning. I will email them to you. But I'd like approval to get those floors. It'll be like just over $6,000 for everything.
Okay. So it's just for the floor you said and the
The
tables?
floor and the tables both. We have those great big wooden tables up there that need refinish, so.
Okay.
She's trying to retain that number 1 in the state.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You get those quotes to me, just email
Yes,
them.
I will email them.
All right, Bill? Robbie?
She has 3.
I will have 3 things for Tuesday morning. The first one is an amendment to the Unified Development Ordinance. During the process of creating it, construction trade establishments were forgotten completely out of there, so there is no permitted use. So there was a public hearing last night. The Plan Commission has given it a favorable recommendation to add it to the UDO. That's the first item.
Can't see this.
Yeah. The second one is a rezone petition for micro research. They're proposing to rezone some B3 property to I1 light industrial. It's up on State Road 9 across from Lund Enterprises. It's about an 8-acre parcel. The Plan Commission also gave it a favorable recommendation last night.
That's the Schmidt one, right?
Pardon?
That's the Schmidt one.
Correct. And those will be certified to you this afternoon.
No worries. I'm confident they will.
What are they gonna put in there?
They're actually, it's micro research. They're based in Howe right now, just north of the farms.
Machining operation.
Oh,
It's a tool and die.
Oops, sorry.
And then the third item is again a rezone, but it's a PUD, a planned unit development. It's for RH Yoder. They do dining room tables or dining room furniture. And it's at 2365 South, 1100 West. It's approximately a 23-acre parcel, 3 parcels that they're wanting to do a planned unit development on for future expansion of their existing facility. The Plan Commission also gave that one a favorable recommendation last night. So those are the 3 items I have for the agenda on Tuesday.
Can you get those to me today?
Yeah. Yep, we'll have them for you, Kathy. Do you have any questions for me?
no. Thanks, Robin.
Nice expansion there.
Nothing, Jenny? Jason? EDC? No? Sheriff?
We got a bunch of stuff.
Morning again.
Morning.
Kurt, did you have a couple that you want to go over first?
I can, if it's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and you obviously correct me where I am wrong, because I know we've got some housekeeping matters. We've got a new ordinance that I believe the sheriff is in favor of for correcting, basically housekeeping, work release program fees. And so I think you're happy with that. So if you're okay with that, we'll either, however you want to do it, put it on the agenda, or we'll put it as old business. But we're recommending that you adopt this new ordinance that basically cleans up his program.
I just put on old business.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. Yep. All right, and then we have just a couple updates. The parking lot resurfacing project, Theron and the sheriff have gotten together, and we are all on the same page now, the 3 of us, our office, them, to basically have you Tuesday, if you're willing, make a declaration that this is a routine maintenance project, so that we can treat this under the section in the code that allows us to treat it as a maintenance project as opposed to a public works project. So that allows us to have a lot more flexibility legally in how we go about getting quotes for that project. And so we just, we can discuss it if you want. We've all 3 of us, our office and some of them, have spent some time evaluating that project to try to determine whether or not we can fit. Remember, at first we were concerned that it was a public work and we'd have to go through the formal bidding process. Long story short, and if you want details, that's something Theron and the sheriff can give you, but we agree with their analysis, and we're ready to recommend that you approve it as a maintenance project as opposed to a public works project. So it will fit within that section nicely, and should allow some flexibility and hopefully make this an easier project to pull off. So we're ready to move forward if the 2 of them are, right? So I think we'll do that on Tuesday. I can do that as old business too, if you like.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just ask you to make a finding on the maintenance project for the sheriff's office. the jail property for the paving. And then you want to intercom replacements. Are you ready to do that?
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to talk to you about the intercom replacements, I believe, and this is the one thing I don't remember, and so I'm kind of leaning on Kathy. So bear with me. I don't remember. I know we talked about it. What I don't know is, did you authorize it to be signed? Because if you did, Terry, you can sign the contract outside of a meeting. If we didn't do that, I know the sheriff is ready to move forward with it, then we'd need to do that on Tuesday. But from our perspective, it's ready to go. It's $36,400 to replace their intercoms. And I know we had a discussion about it. I know
Yeah.
there was money that was talked about getting, and I thought that it was approved subject to, but I don't recall. And so if we're not confident, then we should do it Tuesday morning.
That was the one
You were
you guys
saying-
approved me to go to council, and then council just approved it this last week. So
I
then-
thought we approved that, putting their,
That's what I don't remember,
I
Terry.
can go back and listen, and I will tell you
Okay.
what happened. If it, I'm not sure that you approved it completely, other than positive to go to council is what I'm
I
remembering.
think that's where we're
But I
at.
will listen to make
Mm.
sure. If you said yes, subject to their approval, we're good. If you
Yes,
said go ahead and get approval and then come back,
then we'll
we'll
do it
come
under
back
old
Tuesday.
business. So-
I will
so
look that
I'm-
up today.
Either way,
on Tuesday, yeah, for old business. So.
Can't
if
imagine we
you
didn't
find that it
approve
was
you to sign
approved, then
I'll
you
let
can
you
have.
I was
it
gonna say, if they had a chance to approve me to sign it, I'm surprised they didn't.
because he wasn't here.
Well, that's true. I forgot
did.
about that. Yeah, you may have done that. So if that's the
I'll
case,
go listen.
we've got the document for him to sign. So-
Okay.
And I can even get it for him tonight later if I can, because I'll see him again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
Well, 'cause Terry, you'd sign the contract prior to, and then they would be the same company to just to redo the speakers. So
The last one that I have for the sheriff to talk about is whether or not he wants to get authority to terminate Lexipol. And long story short with Lexipol is they're the SOP vendor that the previous sheriff signed a contract with in 2020. And sheriff has, I think, become dissatisfied with this service and would like to get out of it. It's an auto renew kind of contract. And so that's a little frustrating, of course, because if you don't affirmatively take steps to get out of it, then you're stuck with it.
What was it for again?
So this,
SOPs.
yeah, this will be our SOPs for the mayor side. We're working through ISA to get our jails SOPs updated. So we went to Lexipol. They're very, very complex. A lot of the offices in Indiana had went to Lexipol because it was kind of convenient. So we went on board with them. A lot of the SOPs are very lengthy. So LETAC is the company working with Indiana Sheriff Association, and they've shortened those up. So obviously to get the purpose and the policy in there down to a couple pages, for each one, is a lot more user friendly. And these are actually geared around sheriff's offices through Indiana. No, nobody else. Where Lexipol is across the nation. They do everybody. So this will be a lot more user friendly. They can actually have an app on their phone. So it's easier to pull them up and scan through them real quick too.
All right.
But I think we had paid last year, the 1st of April. So I think we got to notify like 30 days to terminate. But we'd still go off those SOPs until we could get the other ones up and running.
Is it a contract that the previous sheriff signed?
Yeah, it was signed by Mr. Campos
in 2020.
So the commissioners won't do anything with that, would they?
Well, they should, because it should have been, from our perspective, in the commissioners.
Oh,
You know how we feel about that, and that's not to say anything negative towards the previous sheriff. He had a different philosophy, and so he signed it without.
okay. I was gonna say, if he signed it, I don't, why we need us to give permission to,
because we would be terminating it on behalf of the sheriff today.
okay.
And I think that he should have authority we should have authority to
Okay.
do it. But I don't want to do it until he's ready, because there is a brief period where there'll be some disconnect, so to speak.
In the 23rd, we go down to conference. So I will actually be speaking to the owners of that. They'll be down there at conference, so I can get a little bit more information. But I mean, I'm ready to move forward going that way. So then I think if we just get permission to terminate when we're ready, and then Tony would be able to send Lexipol a letter.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it before the April deadline.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll have to do it here by toward the end of February after that conference, because then we have to have that 30-day window.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We just didn't want to do it without you understanding what
No,
the
we'll bring it up Tuesday.
issues were and making sure the sheriff was ready.
Yeah.
So I will, once it bring that under old business too, unless you want to do it under.
Old business is fine.
Okay. That is all I have.
Okay.
To
And then
bother you with.
I've got one more thing for Tuesday. Just, I have one of my detectives, I'd like to have travel out of state, for a week-long training. Then I'll bring that up Tuesday. That way I just have permission to take a commission versus having to get airfare or anything like that.
Where's he going?
It'd be St. Louis. It's actually under LETAC, International Law Enforcement Training Association.
Is he driving or?
Yeah, we're just planning on driving. Most airfare is not real reasonable right now, so.
No.
But
Really?
yeah, I can bring it up Tuesday.
We have to do that. I thought you could do that if it's over 200,
For what?
approving that.
Well, as far as taking commission out of
Oh.
state, so I thought I'd bring it to you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
So, okay, thank you.
Travis, you came in late. Did you have something?
Yes, I'm gonna defer to Brandy, so.
You're just here for moral support?
Absolutely.
I apologize for being late. Good morning.
Morning.
My name's Brandy Lowe. I'm the victim's advocate at the prosecutor's office. Sorry, I had the time messed up. I thought it was 8:30, so we thought we were on time. We're here once again to talk about the April events, because April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month and Child Abuse and Neglect Awareness Month. So the past few years, a collaborative of organizations here in LaGrange County have come together to host an event to bring awareness to the sexual assault and child abuse and neglect in our community and raise awareness that it is still present. So I'm asking permission, I'm hoping to get on the calendar for Tuesday to talk about some important dates in April and get permission to use the courthouse gazebo and lawn on April 14th at 5 p.m. to host an event. I spoke with Gary and he said it is free to use that day as long as we get approval, of course. And then April 29th is National Denim Day, which is a day that is a national day of recognition to stand in solidarity with sexual assault survivors and victims. And so the past few years, I've gotten approval, and I'm hoping to once again to allow the government employees here in LaGrange County to wear denim, jeans, and any other denim with a donation of at least $1 on this date. And any proceeds that we get will go to the LaGrange County Sheriff's Office for transportation expenses for victims to the Sexual Assault Treatment Center. And then the last thing that I am requesting is that the prosecutor's office be allowed to use sidewalk chalk on the sidewalks around the courthouse and the Justice Building, preferably the week before that event that would take place, and then throughout the rest of April, just to raise awareness of sexual assault, writing different "You're Not Alone" and different things like that to help survivors know that they're not alone through this and bring more awareness during that event on the 14th.
So you're using the gazebo. What are you using the lawn for?
So yes, so for the lawn, it would be where people would be standing around watching the gazebo or
Okay.
watching people who will have a survivor speaker at this event,
Okay.
speaking about what they've been through. We'll have
So you're not putting up any kind of bouncy houses or anything like that, right?
No. We do have some yard signs that
Okay.
just are like what different people who have been sexually assaulted have been
Okay.
wearing. And it's just the picket yard signs. And that would be during that event, we'll do a unity walk. So a walk in solidarity together around the courthouse. And then those yard signs would just be every so often. So nothing that would damage the property or anything that would be
I know we've
everlasting.
had some issues in the past with some things, so we're just trying to make sure we don't have that again, so.
Yep.
No, that'd be fine, just come Tuesday and we'll make a decision on it.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Brandy.
you.
Looks good to me.
Do you have anything, Kathy?
Yes, a couple things. You have a public hearing at 9 o'clock. This is another part of the Okra. They're going to be running the public hearing, but the notice has been put out.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll happen.
Have they signed the documents? For that Okra thing. Well, there's two, and if they haven't, it's okay.
No, the
They-
letters,
They can do it Monday morning or Tuesday.
Tuesday morning, correct. They have not signed them. They sent
Okay.
them to me. I sent them to everybody, but nobody has signed
So
anything.
you'll have this for them before the hearing, or will I, or somebody needs to, because this gives the person authority to transcribe minutes at the hearing. I don't know.
Yeah,
And the other thing is, while you're making that decision, remember this other document they want you to sign says that you recognize the importance of this project and that you're going to support it and ensure, I think that's important, appropriate fiscal accountability, compliance with all grant requirements, and ongoing coordination with Inspiration Ministry as the project operator. You're committing to maintaining financial oversight and reporting consistent with Okra. So it's a big deal to sign this letter. But as long as you understand that, and it's not just, I just want you to know that, like everything with this project, you get a document and they want you to sign it, and it's a huge commitment. So as long as you understand, this is not just another thing you got to sign to have this grant go through. You're committing to fiscal accountability, ensuring compliance with grant requirements, ongoing coordination, and maintaining financial oversight and reporting on this entire grant. So if it's 750,000, which is what they're trying to get, you just can't wash your hands of it. You got to understand that you're responsible for it if you sign this document.
It's changed a little bit from what we started, isn't it?
Yeah, it is amazing how the presentation is, well, you don't really have to do anything. You just got to give us 8 acres. And now it's turned into you're responsible for everything. So I just want you to understand.
Well, there's a couple of other issues in there we're looking at also, so.
Okay. But just be careful, not just signing, because Terry, that's got your name on it.
Oh, well, that changed.
Right. But he signs it after you approve it on Tuesday. I'm not being contrary or contradictory to what Kathy is saying. Yes, there's a public hearing. Yes, this one document that says you give this lady authority to take the minutes is a good thing.
yes.
I do not know if the other document is a good thing.
Yeah.
And as long as you understand, you're making a commitment to manage, ensuring compliance with this grant, despite what these people might do and however they might spend this
I
money.
guess I just don't understand why we have to sign that letter when it has nothing to do with us money wise.
Yeah, because they're making you the person, the entity that's responsible for the grant. You're treating them like like Council on Aging is, a sub-recipient. And so we have a contract with the sub-recipient that I don't know if has ever been signed. We prepared it. That says they're going to do all this stuff, but ultimately you're accountable for it. So I would not sign this until, number one, I understood what that means, and two, I make sure that sub-recipient agreement that we prepared is signed, because that's your only link to these people to make sure they do what
Yeah.
you're obligated to do.
Did they sign it, Kathy? I thought they did.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know that.
I remember signing it after they signed it, I thought.
Okay. So that's a good thing. At least you've got this Andrew Foster on behalf of the company signing this.
Mhm.
But you're still accountable for it. So this is the last time for you to probably ask hard questions and to decide whether this, because once you sign this letter and you guys approve it in a meeting, you're on the hook for this money, no matter what they do with it. You can go after them, but they're not for profit, don't know what they have, don't know their finances, don't know how good that is. But ultimately, you're accountable to the feds for it.
And it's been a while since we've had Okra grants. I think they were COVID related, so I think it was back in 2020. We're very disconnected from that because Region 3A is handling the processing. I remember struggling to get some documents from them, but we weren't involved in it really at all.
Yeah.
So to have oversight over it.
They're difficult, they're complicated, and they have significant penalties if compliance is an issue. I'm not saying it's going to be an issue. It
Yeah.
might be perfectly wonderful.
No, we can ask them
You're
on
trusting
Tuesday when they're
them
here.
to do it for you.
We'll just ask them Tuesday when they're here.
I'm a little concerned not knowing anything about the group running.
I know.
That's a big concern, especially the
I
report we have of that.
couple other things.
It's a little different than the Council on Aging where you work hand in glove with them, but that's the same concept, you know? I mean, you go to their meetings, right? Council, Sherry's here all the time. Everything's ran by our office before you approve something when it comes to claim. You're not going to have that kind of interaction, as you can tell just by the fact they give you these documents at the last minute and say, sign them. You're not going to have the kind of interaction you have with Sherry. And so even though the responsibility is the same, your involvement with what they do is not going to.
And that's my concern.
I'm concerned, but I also understand
the
commitments that you're making. So.
Speaking of Sherry, she'll be here for her fourth quarter claim. And said she may have you sign it outside the meeting, but she will have that here for approval. Also going to approve the 2025 annual report for the county. Look at that.
Yep.
Pagers, were you going to mention those? I'll get it.
The pagers, I think we're still waiting on
I
that.
was going to talk to you about it.
Okay.
It's on my list.
I think that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about pagers. So, right, we, I don't think Stuart's here. I was really hoping he would be because really he's the only one that can tell us. We put this out, as you know, with your instructions, with a January 28th deadline. I think we received three. And there were some perceived issues with them, according to Stuart. So he was reaching back out to the three to get them to correct whatever the issues were. We got one back corrected. In the end, I don't know which vendor is better. I don't know which is more responsive or responsible. You're going to want to ask that question.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. When I talked to Stuart the other day, he was waiting for the other company to get back with us. So I'm just waiting on that.
So I don't know.
Because the third one was just way high. So
you have 60 days from the 28th to make a decision, or these quotes aren't good. So you have time. But I kind of thought we'd have some kind of a update today. So I don't know if you want to do that on Tuesday or if you just want to wait till the next staff meeting. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to know that what the RFQ that we let says is that you're to make a decision within 60 days of January 28th as to which of these is the most advantageous to the county. I don't know how you do that without somebody telling you, because I sure don't know. When I look at it, I can see what the price is, but I don't know if they're apples to apples, apples to oranges, what. So
no, when I talked to Stuart, I think he said the ones at J&K and ERS are the same. Everything's the same. Because I asked him to make sure they were the same pages, the exact same pager.
And the price, I don't even remember.
J&K was a few thousand less, but now I think with ERS's number went up. So I don't know if J&K's number is going to go up or it's going to stay the same. That's what we're waiting on.
So we're on hold.
We're just on hold for that right
So
now.
we don't even need it on Tuesday.
No, not unless he gets something before then.
Okay.
And if he does, we'll bring it up on old business.
Okay. I don't have anything else on that
Brings
unless
up
you
the
do.
question of funding on that. So I believe we determined we're going to need an additional appropriation. Where do you want it? Want me to ask council? Where do you want me to advertise it? So council can vote on.
Well, he's going to take it out of the safety tax, the safety fund.
LIT public safety.
Yeah, but we was also talking about maybe major moves and then replacing it with the safety tax once that got approved.
I was told we couldn't do that.
To use money for major moves requires a joint session
Yeah.
meeting with the vote for 10. So you can have the approval for public safety the same day you have your joint session decision. So if you plan to eventually take it from public safety, I would just advertise it out of public safety and then it's done.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I will advertise for the additional. Council will hear it at their March meeting, and then you'll have your answer. March 9th, I believe.
Kurt, I got these two things. This is They want to go down they want to have permission to go on our property down there on the south side and check for drainage issues.
Oh.
I think it's okay. It's just the letters are the same. It's just two letters for the two different,
So they're not gonna poke any holes or do anything like that?
they're just going to check some drainage issues, check for clogged drains and usually it's not there. It's usually that river runs out.
It's up to you. If I were me, I'd want somebody there with them, but that's up to you.
Yeah.
They still part of the layer grant.
Huh?
By someone others involved.
Didn't hear.
Yes, indeed. It's administrative, so Terry probably has.
Yeah, I can just sign it. So I, but,
What do they, I didn't see anything to sign. Oh, I didn't see that. They send me the good stuff.
it's just something that says market. I give permission to be on the property.
Okay. I think that you probably would, I suppose you could, or I don't know.
I can just put on, just to have them notify me when they go out there. And if if I'm free, I'll go out and meet them.
Yeah, okay. What else? Did you have something else for me or?
I met with the people who are putting the new electrical line through the county yesterday. That's going from the Hipple station, which is in the southwest part of the county, a substation. It's going all the way through the county to the northwest part of the county, Michigan, Indiana line, somewhere up there. They're going to have a meeting coming up here in April where they're going to have a meeting place probably somewhere down in Topeka for everybody to stop in, kind of like we did with the Unified Development Plan. They're going to have a board set up showing where there's two proposals where the lines are going to go through. They're just steel poles, but they're going to be going through people's property. And some's going to be along our roads. It just depends on the route they take. But it's going to be slated to be built, I think she said 28. So, but they're going to start it this year and next year to get everything going. But it's, I don't know, 30 miles or so of new power lines.
28 my last year in office.
So I met with them yesterday, and they'll be in the county here for the next couple of years doing stuff. So
Should be interesting.
they're going to be working with Theron, I think. Have they contact you at all, Theron, about any of this? Okay, I think I told them to get a hold of you on this because there might be some right of ways that'll be going down, but a lot of it's going to be over vacant land or over people's land and that. So, but.
One more thing when you're done.
Okay, I go ahead. That's all.
Just thought you might want to put on the agenda the proposal to appoint Kathy Przybylα to the Health Board to replace Matt Grossman, which would be a 4-year term through December 31 of 2029. That is not the position that comes from the town of LaGrange. So for those of you that are wondering or that are listening, it's not the one that we're having controversy over.
Okay.
But this is a new one, and this person was certified, I believe, as a Democrat by the chairman of the Democratic Party. And so we think this person qualifies, and we'd recommend highly. Yep, Mr. Swihart has assigned certification here indicating that this lady is a Democrat. Although she appears to be a nurse, she doesn't qualify for the one that would fit the town of LaGrange. So we're still waiting for the town of LaGrange and the chairman of the Democratic Party to get us 3 qualified names and to give us some answer. But because, as you know, you appointed Dave Merrifield to that position. We have not had him take his oath because we do not believe that he qualifies and do not believe that it will fit within the statutory parameters of that position.
Right.
So this appointment would not be that, is all I'm trying to say. This would be to replace Matt Grossman. So if you're willing,
bring it up Tuesday.
I'll make sure we do that. That's all I have.
Anything, Kevin?
No.
All right. Thanks for coming.
You know, we had a meeting.